Devil's night is upon us again. So we throw a little party, start a bunch of fires, make a little profits. Greed is for amateurs. Disorder, chaos, anarchy. Now that's fun. I want all of you boys to be able to look me straight in the eye one more time and say, "Are we having fun or what?"
No power in the verse can stop me.
Alright,
Yeah,
you ready?
start with-
You ready? Right. Loosemore has
Welcome
to
to
read
this
this
weekly
out.
podcast.
Loosemore, get your voice on. Do your cough thing. Clear your throat. Get ready.
Well, I get my warm-ups done.
Stretches.
Yeah. Do
Do
my
your
lunges.
stretches.
My mouth lunges. Ew.
Alright, here we go. I'm gonna press enter and you have to read this out.
What, straight away?
Straight
Yeah,
after.
straight away, yeah.
So this
So we
is
get
going to say Loosemore as a
prediction.
cunt. isn't
No,
it?
it's not, no.
Oh.
Alright. 3, 2, 1, go.
What's going up? Well, okay. Well, I'm doing it. Exactly as it says.
Yep.
What's going on, Dons? Eldonoro 90 here, and welcome to the welcoming of episode 424.
Of.
What is it of?
Oh, I didn't go down. Oh, from midnight. I didn't scroll down.
Why wouldn't you think there's another bit to that?
I don't know, it's nonsense anyway. Right,
Oh.
shall I start again?
Yes.
What?
How is that? It doesn't fit on my page. What's wrong with that? Right.
Scroll down.
How small of a screen do you have? It's 2 sentences.
Yeah, I know. Right, here we go. Doing my warm-ups again.
Warm up. What?
What's going up, Dons? Eldonoro 90 here, and welcome to the welcoming of episode 424 of The Midnight Owl.
I am not Welsh.
That accent was so bad.
That threw me off, because it's just... Oh.
Oh.
So this is
amount-
episode 424. It's really episode 29, and we don't have a topic, but I'm joined by the Jacks and Loosemore. Everyone introduce yourself at the exact same time.
What?
Hello.
Too quick.
That's pretty good. Yeah,
Good stuff.
Jack Brown wins. He wins life, he wins the podcast, and he wins this free can of Coke, which I'm going to drink on behalf of you.
Thank you.
It's been a long time since we uploaded an episode, and we're all sorry, and
I'm not.
I'm
some
not
of us
sorry.
are
I've
sorry.
done nothing.
I'm sorry. And Loosemore is also sorry.
I am. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
He's apologetic for that fucking accent he did, not for the fucking podcast.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah, the
Well, I don't-
intro was, we were trying out something a little bit different there, and I typed it on Skype for Loosemore to read out, but I fucked around with it, and he failed at it multiple times, but you won't have heard that. But you will if you stay long enough at the end. But today we don't have a topic because we're just terrible people, but we are going to talk about the Star Wars trailer, because that was released last week, or like 2 weeks ago or something. And I think we got like 39 seconds of total footage from the actual movie, but what did you guys think of it?
I reckon there's going to be wars in the stars.
Yeah.
Do you reckon?
That's a bold prediction.
Based on the
Yeah.
other movies, I reckon you're right.
Based on the other movies, there will be lightsabers.
Oh, is it a continuation of the Star Wars series?
No,
I guess.
it's
I mean,
his
I
own
don't
one.
know for sure. I mean, can we be 100% sure on that? I don't know.
I don't know.
I thought it was the second version of Frozen.
the sequel to Frozen. Yeah.
Well, I was
Frozen
fucking
2, The
excited
Force
for it.
Awakens.
I thought it looked
Yeah,
good.
I genuinely am quite excited for it. I wasn't feeling that excited about a new Star Wars.
I was.
saw that.
I never watched the Star Trek from J.J. Abrams, but I hear he did a pretty good job with that or whatever. But I really like Cloverfield, which he directed, and I thought...
Yeah, I like that.
What was that movie he did that was basically like an amalgamation of 3 Steven Spielberg movies? Super 8, where it was like E.T. and Close
Close
Encounters of the
Encounters,
Third Kind, and also some other movie. Stand By Me, that's not a Spielberg movie. It was also Wedding Crashers, Sister, and The Nutty Professor. No, but that movie was pretty good in the sense that you knew what you were getting from it. It was a basic, straightforward story with good influence taken from a great director, and I think if he can do that in Star Wars, like, then surely we're on to a winner, because everyone knows how much everyone hates the prequels. So I don't think he'll make that kind of mistake. Like, he does seem to know what he's doing, and it's pretty good. Apart from the, obvious onslaught of lens flare that we're gonna have coming our way, but other than that, looks decent. I'm excited.
Oh yeah, as long as he sticks to the lore of Star Wars and the lore and the worlds that have been previously created and stuff like that, then he should be fine.
Yeah, as long as he doesn't do something.
As long as he doesn't fuck with anything like
That
too
sounded
bad.
like the geekiest thing that anyone's ever said.
Well, like, you
Thanks,
don't want
I really do try.
What if he comes out and he's just, oh yeah, by the way, Jedi can now fly.
Yeah.
And they
Jedi
use
is
ninja
mechanic.
Death Stars. Oh, that's weird, because there's already a Death Star. I need to rethink this whole thing.
Ninja Death, Jesus Christ.
Idiot.
What did you
I
think
think
of that crucifix-looking lightsaber bullshit?
It could have looked better.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen,
What's
I'm
he actually
sure.
going to do with... Sorry, go on.
I'm sure we've all seen have you guys all seen all like the gifts and shit with like the Swiss Army knives?
Oh, yeah.
The one with
stuff.
dildos on it.
Oh yeah. But like, there's ones
no
where
one
it's just
see.
like it could have looked better. That's all I'm saying.
What are them two little things going to actually do?
Make it really
Yeah.
difficult for you to wield it in an intimidating manner. Like,
You're going to cut your finger on it, ain't you?
yeah, you Jedi
I'd say
better watch
cut.
out or I'll cut my own fingers
Oh.
off.
Yeah, because the Jedi are all about swinging the lightsabers about and getting a bit fancy with them.
It's
Maybe
like,
If you've got things that are going to cut your hands off, then that's just no help.
if they have
Maybe it's
some
like a
practical
man-
use.
Look what happened to the last guy who had his hand cut off.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe
Well,
it's a quick
that's a
manicure.
running theme in Star Wars movies, isn't it? Hands being cut off.
Yeah.
I fucking love that.
They're mad for the old hand cut off movement. But if it has a practical use and it's some kind of, like, I don't know, fuel or something that makes it more better, more like ergonomic or something, then fair, and it just happens to be the same color as the lightsaber, then I'm down for that. But if it's just,
I mean, like, I'm imagining there's going to be a scene where someone slides their lightsaber down like towards the hilt of that lightsaber, and then the little sticky out thingies block it from cutting his hand off. And I'm assuming that's that. And if they don't include that, then why bother?
Yeah.
I think they've gone green and it's going to run on like solar panels and stuff, like solar power.
yeah, that's gonna happen. They have lots of suns on Tatooine, so it's even more powerful on that planet. But
That is true.
It's stupid. Like, there's no practical use for it in the sense that, like, everything in a Jedi's power is in the sword itself, like the blade of the lightsaber, not in the handle. Like, there's never been a point where the handle or a fist of the Jedi has come in handy, you know?
But the thing is, I mean, this is going to sound nerdy, but they usually make them themselves, don't they, the lightsabers? Like, the individual person makes his own lightsaber. So he's actually gone and gone, you know what? This looks fucking cool.
You know what? It's not hard enough wielding this flaming sword of death around mercilessly at every possible opportunity. I'm gonna put some blades on the side.
If it comes like the main battle, like near the end, it's going to stop halfway through, and the other person's just going to go, "What the fuck is that?" And he goes, "Don't fucking ask. I did it when I was 12."
Yeah, I drew it when I was 12, and I thought it looked cool then.
They said
I thought I was going to buy a new one, but I haven't got round to it.
They said it had to be my final design.
His whole life will be like what it's like for me when people say, "Oh, what's that tattoo?" And I'm like, "Fuck off! I got it when I was like 16. It doesn't count." That's gonna be his. That's gonna be every scene in the movie. Like, oh, I see you've constructed a lightsaber. Just shut up.
That is why he's so angry.
Yeah, that's why he's a Sith Lord.
Yeah, that's why he's a Sith Lord. Just
fuck's
sake, stop asking me.
Years of mocking.
Sith are basically just emo kids who regret doing things and just have angst and stuff, aren't they?
Oh man, Anakin was so angsty in episode 2 of the
he was.
the Clones. Like, he was just so, oh my god, get over yourself, man. Like, they made him a little bit more badass in the third one, which I think is the only good prequel one. But it's just so, like, oh my god.
The second one The second one, he was really into My Chemical Romance. You can tell. He was like into. Yeah.
It was ridiculous. It was so. Oh, we lost Jack Swagasaurus. Yeah, I don't know. I hope that he's. I hope that this Sith Lord is more, kind of, just a better.
Sithy. A bit more Sithy.
Yeah, more like the Emperor, like that sort of evil streak. I want to see an evil streak, not a good guy got corrupted. Like, whatever. I don't need a moral lesson.
Yeah, you don't need any of that, yeah.
See, Darth Maul was a really good villain, because we know fuck all about him, really. Like,
I think he was the best part of Phantom Menace.
Yeah, I'd say so. And he had teeth on his head, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to the guy who played him? He played Toad in X-Men, and then never made a movie again, presumably. I don't know.
He kind of...
Did he really play Toad in X-Men?
Yeah, he's Toad in X-Men. He's had like 4 lines of dialogue in his movie history, and he was in 2 of the biggest franchises of all time. Like,
nice. I did not know that.
Yeah, he has 1 line in X-Men when he's on the roof of the bank, and he's just like, "Plick-quain around," or whatever. I said that completely wrong there. I said plick-quain around. I meant to say quit-quain around, and I said plick-quain around. That's why I'm a podcaster.
That's why he's the actor, not you.
Exactly. I couldn't even.
So what did you think? What did Jack think about our last 2 minutes of conversation? There?
I thoroughly enjoyed all of it. There was a lot of what sounded like beeping and silence on my end.
That was me.
I thoroughly enjoyed it all.
Yeah, Loosemore was reversing an articulated truck in his living room, so that caused.
Apologies.
Loosemore said gays should have to wear a hat. Do you agree?
I'm wearing a hat right now, you motherfucker.
Well, no, you're not gay if you wear a hat, but gays have to wear hats. Like,
colour.
Jack's such a child.
What colour?
How can I really offend him? Oh, I know. I'll tell him gays have to wear a hat.
What colour?
What colour? Well, it's got to be candy
green?
pink or something like that.
I was going with light green, kind of like just to separate him from the girl.
Let's go with grey with black trim.
I'm wearing a. Hey, fuck off! This is bullshit.
That's a solid guess, isn't it, right there?
I'm wearing
that you'd be wearing a grey hat.
Yeah. I'm surprised he's not wearing his beanie. All gays should wear beanies.
I'm wearing my beanie.
And Celtic hoodies.
I have to. I'm not wearing that. I'm wearing.
You mean diesel hoodies?
I'm wearing a Nepenthes t-shirt.
Oh.
Well, Nepenthes is gay, so.
Wow. Wow.
That's right. He doesn't listen.
No.
He's a friend.
Yeah, we talk about like moving away from movie trailers completely. Let's talk about the Jurassic World movie trailer.
I can't wait for it. Like, I'll watch anything Chris Pratt does.
I'll watch anything that has a crocodile that big in it. That's pretty cool. Yeah. But the trailer was pretty shit. I can tell it's going to be an amazing movie just because of the the spectacle of it. But the trailer was. It's like a
Godzilla film. There's not much behind it all, but it's just what you're watching, what you're seeing.
Godzilla was really good though. I really liked it.
Don't you think they're remaking the first one though? Don't you think that was kind of like the trailer portrayed it as?
No.
The trailer portrayed it as like the laziest piece of screenwriting.
It's like a failed opening of the park. And this one's going to be the park is fine.
Yeah.
But then apparently it starts getting really like quiet. People aren't interested anymore.
I read something
so they do some extreme shit.
That giant dinosaur that they've genetically modified, and his name is like Diabolus or something like that. And it's like, if you give him a fucking name like that,
that's like the unobtainium from fucking Avatar.
I know, like what really annoys me about that.
Too close to diabolical.
Unobtainium is an actual scientific term given to something that can't be obtained, But in Avatar, they changed the spelling of it so that is the actual name of the fucking compound or the. Whatever
of the thing they really are trying hard to get.
Was it a mineral?
It was something like it was an ore.
Like fucking diamonds or whatever, wasn't
it?
Minerals, Marie.
I don't get they're on that planet looking for it. Like that planet has like floating mountains. Just stay on that planet. It's so much better.
That planet's chill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's got
so much better than the planet you're trying to sort out.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
And it's got Zoe Saldana.
As a blue person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never watched Avatar.
Did anyone else find it weird that they had sex by linking up their ponytails, but then they also linked up ponytails to horses and shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also found it weird
that was a bit weird.
Like, they kissed. The scene where Jake Sully and Zoe Saldana... I fucking love it when I say the character's name and the actor's name and imply that those are 2 parts of the same universe. But when the two of them, like, they kissed, like, you're on some planet, like, billions and billions of miles away, like, 1,000 years into the future or whatever it is, and they just instinctively know to also kiss, like, the most human, like, James Cameron, you can go fuck yourself.
Love knows no boundaries.
Oh, wow.
Talking of the future, I was listening to Busted the other day. Then we did the year 3000.
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
Great granddaughters won't be alive 1,000 years later. I think they've got that all wrong.
I think that's the issue you've chosen to pick. Not much has changed apart from a fundamental shift in the very understanding of what we even are.
Living underwater is fine because they can make apparatus that you could breathe underwater. They
not
have
much
ready.
Has changed, but we all have gills.
Not much has changed,
but humans' evolution.
Our atmosphere is now completely liquid.
Who is he singing that to as well? That it's like, yeah, not much has changed, but by the way, I tracked down your relative and she is fucking hot.
I watched her from afar.
I think in the music video, doesn't he get sent back by the kid next door who's a mad scientist or something?
Dunno.
So maybe he's talking to him.
Honestly, I was a fan.
I think if you watch the music video, that is the case.
Oh, clears
Are you watching the music video right now?
No. It's just
to his task manager.
Yeah. I've got a direct link to the YouTube page, and I have done. Yeah,
he gets it out when he's feeling lonely.
The best music video was the Britney Spears one for. I think it was. No, it wasn't You Drive Me Crazy. It was. No, it might have been. I don't know. It was the one where it's like, but I thought the old lady threw it into the sea. Yeah, but I went down and got it for you. Like, imagine doing that for someone. That's a bit fucking stupid.
Yeah.
So far.
People think we're going on a tangent here, but the old lady in the sea, that's from Titanic, which is a James
That's from
Cameron
Titanic,
movie.
which is James Cameron. Back to Avatar. Oh, you've did it. Amazing.
That's beautiful. That's magical.
Yep, that is what we're all about. So, Jurassic World. Dinosaurs are needed more in
films.
Yeah, we need more
films about dinosaurs would always be good.
Except if they're basically the word diabolical, then
that's a bit.
What's the best dinosaur film of all time?
Jurassic Park. First
one. A Land Before Time.
Oh, Land Before Time is definitely
shit.
There.
But there weren't there like 16 Land Before Times?
Yeah, but it's the first
something like that, yeah.
The first one. We'll stick
it's all about the original. Yeah.
I like Godzilla.
What was the movie?
Godzilla's not a dinosaur film, Jack.
Godzilla's an alien.
Yeah,
fuck off.
He's not an alien.
Well, he is, because in the original one, he had lasers shooting out of his eyes.
Yeah, that's because of nuclear
power.
He's fueled by. Japan created him because
it was to do with Hiroshima or something.
Yeah. It all comes out of that culture, and he was a lizard.
Which Godzilla? Which one? The one that just came out? One this year?
No, the first
I
ever.
The original.
No, this one this year was a remake of that.
Yeah, well, yeah, sure. He's from. It shows it in the movie. The reactor thing breaks down, and
no, I thought in original Japanese culture that Godzilla, the whole idea of Godzilla was that he was an alien.
No, he had nuclear power that came out of the back of Hiroshima, leaking into the sea. It was a huge cultural fear over there because of the whole 2 atomic bombs that fucking ravaged their land.
I do not know what you're referencing.
I like how I said that as if I was on Japan's side.
As if you were blaming me personally. Do you remember what you did, Jack? Do you remember that?
What do you have against Japan, Jack? God. I saw a great tweet the other day. I don't know who it was from, but it was like, I bet God was really pissed off when he first heard of Godzilla, and he was like, "That's a way better name."
Should have added Zilla to the end. Yeah.
Anything sounds better when you add Zilla to the end of it. Like,
the genius
am I drinking
tweet.
Coke or am I drinking Coke-Zilla?
The genius tweet we saw a little ago about the dinosaurs in the crowd.
Oh yeah.
That was the best tweet of all time.
Yeah, you see tweets like that, right? You can't really explain them because you have to read it. But it was basically like the guy. It's like a comedian. Like, this is the scene of it, is that it's a comedian and he's standing up on the microphone talking to a crowd and he's like, "Yeah, and who gets killed by a comet? How stupid are you?" or something. And it's like, crowd, everybody laughs. Dinosaurs in the crowd. Wow, fuck this guy.
That's my favourite tweet of all time, I think.
Yeah, it was good. I enjoyed that. Twitter is so anybody who doesn't understand why Twitter is so great, go and look through my favourites and you'll see. And go and look through Jack Brown's favourites to see what goes on in his head.
Such a one.
What makes him tick?
He has no favourites.
I don't favourite stuff.
I don't trust people who don't favourite tweets.
Really?
Yeah, if people don't pin a tweet to their home thing and they don't favourite tweets, I don't know what you're doing on Twitter. Like what?
I've the tweet.
Yeah, you pinned the tweet. Yeah.
It's the banner one he sent as well.
Yeah, you got like 70 retweets on that.
I just watched that again. That's amazing.
Mine is one that like, I mean, pinning it does nothing. Like nobody ever retweets it or nothing, but it says like,
Oh, I do.
parents 20 years from now. There's no such thing as tigers. Now go to bed. I don't know why. It's like it's the tweet I'm most proud of. I think because I just woke up one morning and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna tweet that. But that's what
Must
got
have
me
been a
where I am
beautiful moment
today.
for you.
So hard work and perseverance and good tweets, ladies and gentlemen.
Good tweets will get you far in life.
Yeah, they will. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just look at Dapper Laughs. He was featured on a recent episode of Top 5 Tweets by some Irish YouTuber. And it went pretty well.
Irish YouTubers should wear hats.
I'm wearing a hat.
Oh, look at that. That is
Doing a good
beautiful
job.
symmetry.
Mm-hmm.
The symmetry in this world is just magical.
It's great. Should we move on from
Hats.
I think we should move on from movie trailers.
Right,
and
this is
talk
where we
about
go
the-
into truly
I think we should talk
unknown
about the Terminator
territory.
Genesis trailer.
Oh fuck yeah! I forgot about the Terminator Genesis trailer. How
haven't
bad
seen it
does
yet.
that look?
I
I haven't
don't care
seen it,
about
but I've
Should we
seen.
wait 2 minutes and let
I've
Jack
seen the
watch?
way that they've spelled Genesis, and I think that's all I need to know, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got a Y in it and stuff.
Basically,
It
the
has a
premise
Y
of
like
it,
right in the middle of it, where there doesn't need to be a Y.
Like
Oh, God.
they're rewriting.
Which kind of
it.
sums up the whole trailer. Why?
They're writing over the previous movies, and they're kind of saying that, you know, all of that stuff that happened before, yeah, that didn't matter because time travel is complex, and all of that shit has changed. So Kyle Reese goes back in time now, and he goes to find Sarah Connor thinking that she's really vulnerable, and then she turns up in a big massive truck and kills the T-1000 who's back, but it's not played by the same guy, so who gives a fuck. And Arnold Schwarzenegger is there already in the past, and Arnold Schwarzenegger fucking raised her. The Terminator, Arnold Schwarzenegger, raised
What?
Sarah Connor in this universe, and I'm just like, oh, come on, like, this is just mean now. You're bullying the Terminator franchise. Like, I'm offended, and
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Yeah. I actually love Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I think he can do no wrong, but I
think
disagree
he's a-
with him.
I think he's a terrific governor.
Yeah, he's a great
I disagree with him as a human being after hearing about any of that.
Yeah, he fights himself in it at one point, which would be pretty good.
Uh,
I think
I've never
Arnold
watched
Schwarzenegger would.
Terminator properly.
Have you watched the second one now?
No.
Oh my god, man, it's a
What
great
are you
action
doing
movie
with
of
your
all
life,
time,
Jack?
I reckon.
What am I doing in my life?
Well,
I watch a lot of New Girl nowadays.
What are you doing with your life? Eating Skittles and watching
Skittles.
New Girl and
New Girl's great.
yeah.
Do you know they're bringing out this new Finding Nemo next year, isn't there?
Can you stop dragging
Is
down
there?
the tone of the podcast? I'm just
Finding Nemo 2.
Finding Nemo.
Yeah.
Finding a Nemo. Terrible
Why do they need to
parenting,
do
I
a
think it's
sequel?
called.
He's already been found at the end of the first one.
The
This
Nemo
is-
of the state.
if he gets lost again, I don't think he deserves to be found.
Well, it's like
again.
fucking Taken, isn't it?
They went
If-
to a lot of effort to find him, and
Yeah.
if he's just going to be cavalier with that kind of
It'd be great
attitude,
if Liam Neeson in it.
I am not on his side.
if Liam Neeson plays a fish. Yeah. Who has to find Nemo. Yeah.
Now, that is a crossover film that I would watch.
Finding Nemo 2, terrible parenting.
Because like Liam Neeson is such a charismatic actor, I'd say he's an amazing voice actor. So much emotion.
Damn it, Kim. To left, Kim.
We're all out of topic, aren't we?
No, I have one.
Yeah.
I have one that
Oh,
I've just remembered, right? I don't know. I think me and Loosemore probably the only two people qualified to talk about it. But CM Punk has signed with UFC, and that's a pretty big deal. I think that's something that's really cool, and it's excited me. And that's that topic.
Okay,
Yeah,
we
no,
run out of
I
topics,
agree.
guys.
No, but can we talk about CM Punk in UFC? Because Jack, do you watch UFC? The other Jack, not Jack Brown.
Fuck's sake.
I do not.
No.
No, I'm
Well,
afraid
like-
not.
I want to talk about it anyway, so fuck you guys. Like,
Jack, should we do like a side podcast quickly while these two talk about this?
the midnight
Yeah.
half hour,
Midnight, 5 minutes.
the afternoon delight.
Two Jacks.
No, but it's cool. Like it's a WWE wrestler going to UFC, like to do some real fighting and shit, and that's pretty cool. Like, Brock
Sounds-
Lesnar did it, and I think everyone knew he'd be all right because of his build and his background. But CM Punk has no MMA background. He's done jiu-jitsu or something, and he's trained with some UFC people for quite a few years.
And he's like half the size of Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, he's 185 pounds, and he reckons he's going to stay at that weight, so that keeps him middleweight, which I think leaves him open to better challengers, but I'm not too sure how it works, because I don't really watch UFC. But, I don't know, I think it's really interesting, because, like, you know, realistically, he's going to get destroyed, and he's a very proud man, and I just wonder how that'll affect him and stuff, and it's just exciting.
Well, I think it was more interesting because he was essentially not the top guy in the WWE, but he was like the most skillful, maybe.
Yeah, and the most interesting.
Yeah, the most interesting. That's the better way of putting it. Most interesting guy in the WWE, and he just left and then decided that the actual fighting is the way forward.
Yeah. I'd like to see more wrestlers do that. I'd love to know like the absolute difference between like technical wrestling and like MMA fighting. Like because Kurt Angle or Chris Benoit or someone like that, like you reckon they'd do all right in the octagon, wouldn't you? Like they're so good with holds and stuff.
Yeah. Well, Chris Benoit would kill him, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Is that too soon?
No, it was 7 years ago, I think so.
No, that's fine. It would have been great if Stone Cold run in, deliver a stunner, and then leave. That wouldn't have been.
Yeah, the lights go out. And
you can't do that, Stone Cold. Yeah.
So I thought we'd get a lot more mileage out of that.
Totally
topic.
blacked out for a few minutes there.
Yeah. What about Tim? What is his name? The German goalkeeper having a WWE contract now.
Tim Visa, yeah.
Yeah.
That's weird. Like, it's not really that surprising though for some reason because they've got there's an English goalkeeper in WWE now.
Is there?
Yeah, he's I forget his name. He was in League One, I think. But he's fucking huge, like, and I think he had his first match pretty recently. But supposedly he's doing all right. Tim Visa would be good, but
he's huge now as well.
He's gigantic. He looks ridiculous.
Yeah, like terrifying.
Yeah,
and he's like 35.
Yeah.
But it kind of spits
horrendous.
in the face in the whole sort of, you start off young, get trained properly. It's kind of like the Goldberg thing, I suppose, of a guy going from like, just because he's huge and has sort of athletic ability.
That's like half the 90s roster, really, like.
Yeah, true.
But I just think it's really interesting when stuff like that happens, like when people do crossovers in the sport. Like, it would have been so cool if Usain Bolt actually got a trial at Man United and like at least played in a televised friendly or something. Like, I would like to see how that would go. Because like if he was in FIFA, like he would score every single game. But obviously you want to see how it translates in real life to see.
Yeah, it'd be a massive pace.
Yeah, you have to wonder how much like raw pace or just whatever like one particular asset to you is in one field, like how it would translate to another. I don't know, like that whole stuff just kind of interests me, and I thought that we would get more.
I'd assume that someone like Usain Bolt.
He's hanging.
Is the other Jack still with us, or is he?
I dozed off, but yeah, I'm fine.
I'd assume Usain Bolt wouldn't actually do that well at all, because his whole thing is being able to use all of his power all at once.
Yeah, exactly.
In under 10 seconds, and unless you bring him on
he's
in
only
the
good for 10 seconds.
Yeah. I've heard stories. We've all heard stories from the Swedish volleyball team. We're all on good terms with them.
I'd love to see like Usain Bolt, like he's playing for United against like Tottenham, and he's charging down the right side of midfield, and like Danny Rose goes to challenge him, and Usain Bolt can't stop because he's Usain Bolt, and he just fucking powers into Danny Rose, and goes flying into Rose's head, and never ever comes back. And then Usain Bolt has to retire because he killed a man on a football pitch.
It'd be amazing if he just he sprinted out of the tunnel, ran for 9.57 seconds, and then just asked to be subbed off.
And they've brought on Usain Bolt in the 89th minute and 50th second. Let's see how this pays off.
Yeah, he scores a hat-trick or something.
Yeah.
Only ever touches the ball once, but it would definitely work. I think that would be
interesting. Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, I want to see shit like that. I want to see Usain Bolt in UFC against CM Punk.
Yeah, it's like speaking of sprinters getting into other sports, there was what was his name? Dwayne Chambers. He had a trial with the professional rugby league side.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He was training with them because while he was banned, he was training with them. He played a non-league game with them, I think.
I thought he was trying to get into American football, or was that someone else?
Yeah. No, that was Dwayne Chambers.
Was David James
because he had
do that as well?
David James is a philosopher and a painter now, isn't he?
I fucking hope not.
Wow.
Like,
that's all I know about him.
He's an inventor. Yeah.
I don't think that collectively there is a stupider group of employees than Premier League footballers. Like, they are the stupidest people on the planet. Like, how, like, philosophy, like, no.
We have this conversation before, haven't we? Like, Joey Barton, he is a copy and paste philosopher at his very best.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And then it's just the footballers on Twitter who can't comprehend what a normal sentence is. They can't spell simple words, and it's because they put their entire life into playing football.
Oh yeah, like age 13, like they're gone. Like,
but I knew how to spell words that they can't when I was like 5.
Yeah, me too.
And it's terrifying how bad they are.
Yeah, but then they're really good at football now, and you're on a podcast, so the payoff is.
And this isn't even your main source of income.
No, I do this for the kids.
Yeah, you do this to get back to the your roots for the community.
Give back to the community. Yeah.
This is. I'm actually
no one
community
asks for
service.
it. Nobody wants it, but
Yeah.
I'm giving back anyway.
In fact, quite the opposite has happened.
Yes.
There's people outside his house with signs saying, "Stop!
No
Please
more,
stop."
Jack. Did you ever read, like, there was a comment on one video that it said, like, yeah, I like the Midnight Hour, but that Jack Brown guy is really weird, or something like that.
Really?
Yeah.
I see some guys. I don't read them all that much, but they're 90% positive about me.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, I think they understand that, like, you know.
I'm not in this for the fame, the fortune.
I am. That's the only reason I'm here.
Yeah, they understand that about everyone else, that you are in it for the fame and the fortune. But
I'm here for the cash money.
I actually have come up with another topic.
Oh Jesus!
Did you guys see the report about the CIA and their practices when it comes to torturing suspected terrorists abroad?
Mm.
You mean is it Guantanamo Bay?
It's not. Not all of it was Guantanamo. Some stuff was Guantanamo.
It's just torture in general.
Yeah, some of it was the salt pit in, was it Afghanistan?
Right.
Which is like, it's the code name given to, it's not even a code name, it's a name that the prisoners, I think, came up with, or else the dark room, they call it. And it's just this, quote, prison, end quote, where they house over 100 people, a lot of whom were supposedly completely innocent as well. And they just did horrible, horrible things with them without even attempting to do some rational conversation first to try and get information from them. They just went straight to the torture. And
I like them starting off rational. So, how have you been?
What you doing?
Yeah, what you been up to?
But
yeah,
like,
and then they
Come
start
on,
with the torture.
I know you did it. I know you did it. You know you did it. Why don't we just get this over with right now?
I don't want to use this
And nobody has to get out the pliers.
Yeah.
I don't want to hook your balls up to a machine.
But they sexually assaulted them and like removed their eyes and like all sorts of just fucked up shit that just is crazy. And then Barack Obama comes out and he's like, well, that's one thing that sets us apart as a nation, is that we admit when we get it wrong. And it's like, well, like, name one other fucking time where that's happened then, you know? Like, the CIA have been notorious for just rebuilding governments, like putting their own governments in, overthrowing governments in foreign countries, putting their own in. Like, something's fucked up with your CIA, Obama. Like, you need to have a look at that. Like, get that sorted out, you know?
I think no matter who's in charge of America, the CIA will secretly always be in charge.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though, is because none of it is actually... If you read the report, you're not reading a political narrative that's drawn from a bias on, you know, Democrat or Republican. It spans several administrations.
Yeah.
Like, they've gotten it wrong consistently for so long, and it just is fucking ridiculous and like disgusting and outrageous. And a lot of the times all it ever gets is a false confession. I think they had one instance of the information that they got proving to be successful and preventing a potential terror attack, but that's it. Just one instance of it out of 126 people in that prison and everything in Guantanamo and everything. Like, there was a guy in Guantanamo who nearly died, who nearly drowned because he was waterboarded 183 times. And
that is
in a row, or just over a certain amount of days?
I don't know.
37
in a row.
In a row.
If If it's in a row, surely it's just one waterboarding.
Yeah.
So I didn't think about that. Yeah, my mistake.
Where does one become two? That is the real question.
That's a good point. Yeah.
What constitutes the end of one and the beginning of another?
They had in the...
Is there a short rest period, or...?
In the Afghan prison, one guy died of hypothermia, and they broke other guys' legs and made them stand on their broken legs for like hours and hours at a time. And it's just pretty fucked up. Like, on top of everything
it's
else,
fucked, yeah.
Like, it's so just gruesome and disgusting and everything. And
to say it's fucked is an understatement.
Yeah, and that's the type of thing that is like...
Well, I'm glad the world is safe anyway. I mean, at least that all worked out.
And once again, the day is saved thanks to Team America.
Yeah.
I like how I just...
The Middle East is like, everything's fine.
I thought you were going to say the Powerpuff Girls.
That is what it was, the Powerpuff Girls. I knew I was quoting something that wasn't Team America.
Thank God.
Powerpuff Girls was fucking great.
I'm glad I still recognise the ending to the Powerpuff Girls.
Mojo Jojo!
You'll never lose that.
That was a terrific series.
Wasn't
TV
it really
series.
weird that that guy just grew them in a lab?
Yeah.
Using Chemical X. Like, why does he even have Chemical X, and why is he growing little girls? What the fuck is wrong with this dude?
Secretly, he was a paedophile.
Definitely, he just happened to breed some 3 little girls who...
Superheroes by accident, yeah. 3 little girls he couldn't molest,
We shouldn't overanalyze the Powerpuff Girls.
You're bringing the whole tone of this down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like...
I don't know. CIA torture methods and the Powerpuff Girls is, interchangeable subjects for me.
It goes
really.
hand in hand.
Yeah, hand in hand.
Yeah, it does.
So...
Yeah, I agree.
How do you transition from that?
I have come up with all the topics tonight. I'm hoping that someone else has something to throw in here.
Just to talk about I'll talk about did you hear about the Floyd Mayweather thing?
Yeah, that's fucking nuts.
That he
that's our conversation on that done.
He witnessed a murder-suicide over FaceTime.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it was a rapper who is
his
Isaac Hayes' son. Eric Hayes? Is it Eric Hayes?
Isaac Hayes.
No, Isaac Hayes is his dad.
Yeah, sorry, Eric Hayes was... Yeah, sorry, Isaac Hayes was his father, the famous...
And the girl's name was Stephanie Moyer, I think.
Or something like that, yeah, she was a model or something,
She was a model and an actress and a backup dancer for, like, Rihanna or Britney Spears and J-Lo and loads of people like that. But, yeah, he was a rapper. And... Oh, he shot her or something? He was on the phone.
He rang Floyd Mayweather over FaceTime, or however that works, to tell Floyd Mayweather that his wife or girlfriend or whatever had been cheating on him, and then Floyd was like, well, whatever, and then he just killed her. He shot her, and then apparently Floyd Mayweather was like, well, that was bad.
Well, bro, FaceTime, hang on.
Yeah, he was like, bro, don't do that, and then he shot her, and then he tried to convince him not to shoot himself, and then Floyd failed at that, and the guy killed himself. And you just think, fuck it, no.
Yeah.
That's pretty extreme.
That's pretty fucked up.
I mean, imagine Floyd Mayweather can just deal with it, like, mentally.
You wouldn't know, though. Like,
there's not a lot going up in his head, I don't think.
Yeah, I think that might be part of the problem, though. Like, that might make it more difficult.
Do you know a lot about his, like, growing up, his background and stuff?
I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, he got into boxing because his father dealt drugs. I don't know if it's like his mother or his aunt or somebody died of AIDS or something like that, and he was like, his whole life is like massively fucked up. Not least that he hangs out with Justin Bieber. That's that's only the second worst thing that's ever happened.
Find his auntie having AIDS.
Yeah.
Witnessing his friend kill his girlfriend and himself.
Yeah, that was a close third.
Yeah. And then not on top of the fact that he's like an unbeaten boxer and will go down as like the best ever middleweight or whatever he is. It's insane.
Is that true? I know nothing about boxing.
Yeah, he's undefeated in like 49 fights.
He is like pound for pound the best in the world.
Seriously, he's unbeaten. Like forever, or just.
Yeah, I think he's probably going to fight one more time, and obviously.
I think he lost some amateur ones, but.
Really, that's incredible.
How do you not know this?
I just don't know anything about boxing. Like, how do you not know who won the title at WrestleMania 17?
Because I'm not a fucking loser.
Yeah, but Jack, like Stone Cold versus The Rock, was like it's like the biggest thing of all time.
You know what it is? Jack didn't see the promo with "My Way" by Limp
He
Bizkit.
didn't see the promo. That's what it is.
That's the problem. Greatest promo of all time, hands down. So
we'll link you the promo in a minute, Jack.
Yeah.
Yeah, you will fucking watch it, you son of a bitch.
That's fucking crazy. Imagine witnessing your best friend kill over like Skype. Like in a minute, Jack's gonna kill someone. We're gonna have to plead with him not to kill himself.
I would just hang up and then call back later and hope I could be like, "Oh, sorry, man, my connection died. What's up?"
What's happening? Are you cool?
Yeah,
I'm going through a tunnel.
I'm not laughing at the dead. I'm laughing at that being a really good impression.
Yeah. Was he saying tunnel or funnel?
Funnel. He's
going through a funnel.
Oh, tunnel is even better.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. I've just got to squeeze my phone through a funnel at the moment. Sorry about that.
I just threw my phone out the fucking window. Sorry about
that. Right.
We're out of topics again.
It's literally the worst episode.
We've gone really deep.
This is the greatest episode ever.
Right, here's the thing. I was calling someone earlier and they didn't answer.
Gay?
Well, the phone kept on ringing. Yeah, gay. Yeah, it was gay. And the phone didn't answer. So
take a hint.
I immediately got this like anxiety building and like just answer.
That he'd killed his girlfriend and himself.
Fucking hell.
That's a topical joke. I don't know what more you want from me, really. Like...
No, you nailed it. You absolutely nailed it.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. Thanks, guys. This is why I call this show for positive reinforcement.
Can we do an award ceremony for the Christmas thing?
If we do a Christmas episode of the Midnight Hour, you want to do an award ceremony?
Yes.
What awards would you have on it?
Most podcaster.
Oh god.
Most podcasts.
Well, we'd have obviously Banger of the Year 2014.
Banger of the Year. Yeah, we could do that sort of thing. Film of the Year, Song of the Year, Album of the Year, Person of the Year.
Yeah.
You want to just do that now? Can that be the episode?
Shall we?
Yeah.
Speaking of Person of the Year, I just posted in the link. I don't know why. I thought it was funny.
Wasn't Times Person of the Year this year the people who are fighting Ebola?
Yeah, I'm fighting Ebola. I still don't have it. So
I'm fighting Ebola by not having Ebola. So
yeah,
well done to me.
But yeah, let's do some awards.
Let's do that right now. That's a fucking great idea.
Yeah, welcome. You're welcome.
Oh my god, I cannot. But Jack Brown just continues
pulling it out of the bag.
Who's going to win most podcaster?
I have to.
Most podcaster. Well, it's got to be me, hasn't it? I mean, I don't know the reason why, but I mean,
should we come up with the categories now and the candidates?
Yeah, and we can have a vote.
Yeah.
No, don't do that.
Yeah.
Now vote.
Taylor Swift might not win.
Oh yeah. Does Taylor Swift deserve to win though?
She might not win most podcaster.
I don't know whether she deserves to win. Does she? Not most podcaster.
Not most banger either.
No, not
biggest banger of the year.
There's no one. I don't know. Shake It Out is a pretty big banger.
Oh yeah, Raw was last year. I've explained.
Yeah, Raw was 2013. Surely.
Yeah. And then Royals by Lord.
That was 2013 as well, wasn't it?
Was there any music released this year?
What year are we in?
Happy by Pharrell.
Happy by Pharrell.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
That is not a banger.
No.
Mate, that was a banger when it was released.
That's
why you don't think it's a banger? Because you've listened to it so much because it was such a banger at the time that it's no longer a banger. That's how much of a banger it was.
I'm never going to get bored of One Direction, Steal My Girl.
I'm with Jack on this one.
I'm never going to get bored of
Hold
Taylor
on,
Swift.
you covered your bases.
Yeah, no, One Direction, Steal My Girl, that's a good one.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, look, I've got a good connection with that video. All right, I know what.
Anything released by Ed Sheeran is probably up there as well.
You what?
Anything released by Ed Sheeran this year is probably up there.
Ed Sheeran, not Ed Sheeran.
I'll say what I want. You can't.
It's not a posh bit of furniture. I've got a Sheeran.
He sounds like an Indian. Ed Sheeran.
Good old light-hearted racism.
Wait, that's not racist. That's true. I'm sure I've met a guy who runs a corner shop with that name.
Right. Okay. Usman wins racist of the year.
Yeah. I'd like to thank my parents.
I think I came a close second.
I'd like to thank my grandparents, actually.
Grandparents are probably the most racist.
Right.
Okay, film of the year.
Oh, Interstellar.
I'm going to go Guardians of the Galaxy.
I still haven't seen that either.
Gone Girl, then.
I haven't seen that either.
Have you seen movies this year?
I actually haven't.
I'm
just
going to say
forgot.
the video for One Direction's Steal My Girl.
Yep, okay. Multi-award winning.
Yeah, it's a good thing. No, it's Interstellar with Gone Girl being a close second in my opinion.
What about?
I'll tell you what doesn't get film of the year. Fucking Zach Braff's film. I went in expecting nothing and I was still disappointed.
Zach Braff, though, coincidentally, good segue, wins Cunt of the Year.
Just for the film that he made, because that was a massive cunt of a film.
Just because he's an obnoxious prick and I really dislike him. And
it does seem that I love Scrubs, and it just seems that he just appears when he wants money for something, for a Kickstarter.
Yeah. Or when he's beating the shit out of a 12-year-old.
Hey guys, look at me. I'm slightly quirky and I don't have my life completely together, even though I'm really famous. Can you pay me to make a film, please?
Yeah.
Can you pay me to make a film that you would then have to pay to go see? Alright, thanks guys.
I understand his perspective and his point, and I totally understand and even accept the argument about the Kickstarter thing, but what I dislike about it is that typically that's not a done thing. Like, who was it who, Emilio Estevez, put all of his life savings into that movie about walking or whatever it was that he made? Like, that's the done thing, is that if you believe in your project so much that you invest in it yourself, like, getting the public to fund your movie where you've got a fucking grammatical error in the title, it's just not on. Like,
what film were you talking about?
If Only I Were Here, or If Only
Wasn't it Wish I Was Here?
Wish I Was Here. Wish I Was Here.
I Were. Should it be Wish I Were?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, that piece of shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so he gets Cunt of the Year. We could be political and say Ebola gets Cunt of the Year.
Or Bill Cosby.
Or ISIS.
ISIS, Cunt of the Year.
Yeah.
Maybe we just say it's a tie. It's a 4-way tie for Cunt of the Year.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
I like that we've levelled Zach Braff with Ebola and ISIS.
Bill Cosby.
To be fair, on Twitter a few weeks ago I compared Miranda to Hitler, so...
she is awful, though.
Hold on, actually, because Macklemore...
How many Jews has Miranda killed?
I wish it killed me, the state of her fucking sitcom.
What? Are you Jewish?
No.
Well then,
imagine me being religious of any kind.
I would laugh.
I don't know. I don't know what goes on in your personal life.
I think Pitbull should get a nomination.
Well, no, that's unfair.
He should get
he's
just for an all year round.
Every year that he's ever been alive.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So
yeah,
I put Macklemore in there because it was 2014 in January when he won the Grammy for Best Rap Album, which...
Really?
Yeah. Like, The Heist wins over Good Kid, Mad City. Like, are you fucking kidding me? The Grammys? Huh?
But maybe it should be the Grammys, the honorary mention for Cunt of the Year.
Yeah, but then what can I do with all of this irrational hatred I have for Macklemore? You know?
That's true.
I'm not sure it's irrational if he's actually a bellend.
Yeah, I mean, I spilled a lot of it out in the top 5 tweets video, but not a whole lot of people saw that, so I need to just keep reinforcing it, you know. That
wait, do you hate Macklemore? I thought you liked him.
I'm not sure. He hashtags him a lot, so I don't know if that's hatred or...
Yeah.
What could be...
Super fandom.
I'm trying to figure out other awards we can do.
Yeah,
TV Programme of the Year.
Best Podcast Co-Host of the Year.
Thank you.
Me. That's tough. Me. When I turn up.
Jack, I consider you to be a fellow host, to be honest, because you made the series pretty much with me. So it's down
You're damn right I did.
It's Loose Moore versus Jack Brown versus my cousin Dara versus my friend Kieran versus my other friend Steve Garrigan. So
versus your other friend Steve from Codeline.
Steve from Codeline, who's in the band Codeline. Go check out their new song Honest. It's incredible, and I just got paid $97 for this plug.
Make sure you pre-order their new album. Don't forget that the tour is starting next year.
Yeah, hashtag coming up for air. Check that out. Go follow them on Twitter, twitter.com/Codeline. And be sure to buy tickets for their New Year's event in Dublin City if you are from Dublin, or indeed from somewhere else and willing to fly to Dublin. Tickets are available.
Shut the fuck up.
I have actually genuinely
the more time you spend on this, the less time I get for my winning speech.
What were you saying, Jack?
I win.
You applied for a competition?
I applied for a competition that if I win, I get flights and hotel and tickets to that New Year's Eve thing.
Really?
Yeah, because I'm cheap.
Who's running the competition?
I have no idea.
We'll find out because I'll get them to spin it so that you win.
Sick.
That would cost you like 75 quid, I reckon.
I don't have money. Actually, that's a lie. I have quite a lot of money, but I'm saving.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, yeah, that would be
Hashtag
sick
future.
Anyways, best co-host then. Who are your votes?
Co-host. Do you mean guest?
Guest.
Well, aren't we regular guests?
Oh
Still
god, this
guests?
is it? Who is it
This
between?
is getting complex.
My cousin
I don't
Dara from
want to. I don't
episode
want to
5.
hurt feelings.
Right, my cousin Dara from episode 5. My
He
friend
doesn't
Kieran from episode
They're all Irish. They don't count.
17.
So Tim, me or Loosemore.
Steve from episode 18, I think, and Jack Brown from whatever, and
Too many episodes.
Loosemore from whatever.
We should have a vote between me and Loosemore.
Yeah, I think you and Loosemore vote.
I think we should have a trial by combat, Jack.
If you use one of them stupid fucking lightsabers, then fine.
Yeah, you've got to craft your own lightsabers using the trial by combat.
Okay, Loosemore, you got to find something within a metre of you, wherever you are, and that can be your weapon. Choose wisely.
Ooh, that's good.
I've got a wardrobe.
You can't use a wardrobe.
Are you claiming you can wield the wardrobe, or are you just planning to use it as a shield?
That's
Are you going to lure me into the wardrobe and then lock me in? Or is that
Yeah, I've got a light bulb as well, and a sock.
I've got a cricket bat.
That's
What?
good. Loosemore wins.
A light bulb, a sock, and a cricket bat just sounds like a sexy weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, a weekend
Many
away.
a paddling.
How about funniest episode of the Midnight Hour? I mean,
It
sorry,
was the first one we was all on.
the funniest moment. Yeah, funniest episode would be better.
I still think we should do a greatest hits album for the episodes.
Yeah.
Well, episode 30's next. That's going to be the greatest hits one, isn't it?
You can put it in
Yeah.
the comments if anyone remembers a bit that they want in a greatest episode. Then let Elle
No,
know.
hold
She
on.
does the editing.
Try and
He didn't
try and be
finish
more. Try and be more helpful than just saying that time in that one episode where we said that thing.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
also be as helpful as downloading the video and finding that bit and editing it and uploading it somewhere and then linking it to me because I'm not fucking
Yeah.
making it.
Well,
Also, the bits about Russell Crowe, because I worked really hard on those.
I think that is my favorite part was the Russell Crowe facts
the
because
beetroot farm.
yeah, like because it's so like I don't know, that killed me. All of that just killed me.
Well, I mean, they're all really true. I mean, just copy and paste from
It's
IMDb.
just those ones. I remember editing that episode, and like every time I got to that part, like my sides hurt, and even on like the 7th listen, like
I remember you saying we're talking on WhatsApp the day after, and you're saying like, I can't edit this.
yeah, it was the delivery. I think so good. But,
I'm just sad I wasn't a part of it.
Yeah, we all
Makes me sad every time.
That was when you sold out to the man.
Yeah, I've sold out to the man for a long time now.
What was what about most interesting thing that you ever learned from listening to the Midnight Hour? By the way, these are open to you guys in the comments. We want your feedback here.
Yeah, we have
Yeah,
no
if
idea
you-
what we're talking about.
This has gone on far too long.
I thought that the one we did about fan theories,
I enjoyed the fan theories one.
a lot of that pretty much blew my mind.
Yeah, it would be one you two just did. Faggots.
We enjoy our alone time together. Right, what more do you want from us?
The most bitter member, or the most bitter person award, goes to Jack Brown.
What award would I win?
Biggest cunt. Best at maths.
Yep.
Well, worst at maths goes to Elle of the episode last, I think.
The one,
Yes.
the one that was titled.
He tried to add 20 and 3 together and came up with 1,000,000 or whatever.
I multiplied 40,000 by 500,000 and I got 2 million.
Oh, it's even worse than what I said.
Maths is really hard. Like, I find ever since Jack Brown came on the show, I have had so many moments where I've said stupid things. Like,
I don't know if because I'm not stupid, but I just don't think things, and then I say stuff, and it's stupid, but it weren't meant to be.
like you ran out of brain.
Run out of brain. That was a particular highlight of mine. Running out of brain.
I was out with my girlfriend about 3 weeks ago, and
Yay!
She was talking about when she went scuba diving, and she said that she chased a stingray, and I said, but a stingray killed Steve Jobs. And I laughed for about 10 minutes at the idea of that being the thing that killed Steve Jobs.
With the disease he had.
Him in the water wearing a turtleneck.
Yeah.
With the disease that he had, he really shouldn't have been swimming with stingrays.
I
know. Fucking hell.
But that's I say stupid things like that an awful lot now, and it's a bit much for me. I don't know how to control it, and I think it's from talking to Jack too much. So
probably
ran out of brain.
I don't know. Yeah, it happens.
Is it like that thing where couples start to look alike after so many years together, but it's kind of not that, but it's listening to Jack so many times is just sort of his.
I dumb down the people around me.
Yeah,
Bring
that's
them
exactly
down to
it.
your level.
Yeah.
What's another award we could do?
What is the best song of the year? It's Taylor Swift, isn't it?
I think it might be Shake It Off.
Yeah, Shake It Off is an absolute banger.
It is Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
It's
One
banger.
Direction did come closer. Still Your Girl. Still My Girl.
I don't actually think "Steal My Girl" is that good. I like it; it's catchy and all that. But
Why don't you shut up?
I like the video more for different reasons. I don't really care so much about the song, but it wouldn't be in my top 5 or anything. I'm gonna just Google what songs came out in 2014, because I do kind of agree with.
Just search top selling songs 2014.
I'm just going to bring up the fact that I've been looking through the films according to IMDb that have been released this year, and
you're that bored.
Penguins of Madagascar is ridiculously highly rated. Like,
Penguins
it shouldn't be highly
is
rated.
It a documentary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's another one that came out this year that was highly rated. Is it Black something?
Pardon?
There was another thing that's highly rated this year. A documentary about a whale. Killer whale.
Oh, you know that Penguins of Madagascar isn't a documentary, right?
Is it not?
No, it's an animated movie.
Oh, right.
Hey, I got one. How about
The penguins from the movie Madagascar?
Can you animate a documentary? Yeah, you can.
Well,
yeah, why not? The
Movie.
Penguins of Madagascar has a 7.2 rating on the IMDb, and that just makes me sad inside.
Here, I've just come up with some, right? Boom Clap by Charlie XCX.
No.
Oh shit. Did Fancy by Iggy come out this year? Because
How about
if so, that's my vote.
better than that is Problem
I know all the words.
by Ariana Grande and Iggy.
No.
Ariana Grande is reverse jailbait.
Who cares?
I don't understand it.
Problem is a fucking tune.
It is.
Two rock answers so far.
I think that has to be up there.
Anything by Iggy Azalea has my vote.
I fucking hate Iggy Azalea, to be honest, but...
Iggy's my girl.
Is she, yeah? You're home?
She's my spirit animal. No, she's my spirit animal.
I'm going for Boom Clap by Charlie XCX. That was mine. That was my favourite.
I'm sticking with Taylor Swift.
I'm going with
Taylor Swift song? Shake It Out.
Anaconda by Nicki Minaj.
My actual answer
my.
is Black Me Out by Against Me, but I assume we were talking about pop songs.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
The only kind of songs that count.
Yeah, so Charlie
Popular
XCX,
song.
Boom Clap. Fucking great song.
Well, it's not that one, no. No.
Or Honest by Codeline. That's genuinely my favourite song. Although it's not out till next year, so that'll be in next year.
That doesn't count.
So we've done movie of the year.
Hang
song
on,
of the
I'm
year.
just checking to see what songs. I'm just checking to see what songs Justin Timberlake released this year. Give me a second.
None.
He released that song with Michael Jackson.
TV series.
Yeah.
Ooh.
TV series. That's Breaking Bad. It's just obvious.
Is that
Did
this
it?
year?
No.
Was it? Did it end this year, did it?
Did it?
I think it ended last year, because I got the last season
I think
last
it might
year
have.
for Christmas, I think.
Yeah, well then.
Okay, that still wins.
No.
I'm going to throw Sons of Anarchy out there, seeing as
What
it's
year
still
were
a
you?
thing. Yeah.
2013. 14.
We're in
14.
2014.
What did I enjoy this year?
Living.
Oh, L.
Working.
It's True Detective.
Oh yeah, True Detective. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
Had fun with that. Great series.
Yeah.
Yeah, True Detective's mine.
Yeah, True Detective.
Sons of Anarchy, True Detective, and Jack, you haven't even given one yet.
For what?
TV series of the year.
I'm going to stick with Breaking Bad.
It's from last year.
Game of Thrones is okay.
I don't watch. I've watched a bit of it. Not enough. New Girl. No, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh, yeah, good choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not new this year, though,
How
is
about
it?
you fuck off?
I'll allow it though.
I mean, I don't want to pull out the sort of, you know.
Yeah, good analogy, Loosmore.
Yeah, well done.
You knocked
Sorry.
him dead.
Did I just win that? Did I win that argument with the silence?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, why not?
No one.
Video game of the year.
GTA 5.
Yeah, GTA 5.
PS4.
That was released. When was?
Oh,
the
PS4 version. I
When
just
was?
said it.
PS3 was 7.
How long ago was the
September
actual-
2013.
September
Jesus Christ.
When was The Last of Us released?
Last year.
last year. But quite 18 months ago, wasn't it?
Was it?
Yeah, it was out a long time before PS4.
Good lord.
This
Not
this
long
year.
time.
Where
this
is
year,
time gone?
It's GTA 5 PS4.
It is.
Or Xbox
Next
One.
gen version.
If you're a loser. No, just kidding.
Yeah.
Gay.
I mean, the times we have, the tank fun we have, the jet fun we have.
Oh, we have some fucking.
All kinds of fun, isn't it? You know?
I have looking at the clouds fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have
You know,
DNS errors.
I just love looking at clouds and reinstalling my PS4. So far, my PlayStation has been a great investment.
Yeah, we're really happy for you.
Yeah.
Here's
Thanks.
what we're gonna do.
Thanks, boys.
We're going to GTA after this.
Yeah, obviously. If we I want to do this awards thing.
That is the best idea I've ever
get
had.
a lot more categories. So if you're still listening, and I don't know why, because this was genuinely the worst episode. Leave a comment.
I'm still going to tweet that this is the best episode we've ever recorded, though.
Yeah, no, same.
Yeah.
That tradition can never die.
Loosemore's tweeted it.
I'm gonna be honest,
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest, I didn't like this episode at all. I'm not going to tweet about it.
I like when if this is your tweet about it, you go, Jack, new podcast out. Jack talks about gays wearing hats and fucking.
I just describe what happens in the podcast.
Yeah, I
which
love
is-
Loosemore's in case you missed it tweets. Like the one where it was just me and Jack, and he goes, "Yeah, we talked about this and this and this," and me and Jack stayed silent throughout.
That's my favourite one.
Yeah, that was so good. But yeah, no, we should come up with other just better
Okay,
awards.
if you're gonna suggest an award, put in a nomination at the same time,
Yeah, do.
so we know what we're kind of linking it to.
And
Yeah.
seriously, fucking comment, because we get 13 comments on the Midnight Hour. we
I
have failed so
get more
badly.
death threats than that. Death threats.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, don't comment with a death threat. If you're going to make a death threat to Jack, email him or send a letter.
Ask for my postcode.
Before we
Yeah.
end, will we do some Dear Jack?
Send it to his PO box.
Okay, but I should open one. Get a one gift a year, like.
Will we do a Dear Jack question?
Oh god.
Oh, yeah, go for it.
I'm logging into the Ask FM now, which has the easiest password ever.
I can't remember what it was.
Okay, here's the first problem from somebody. I don't have a problem, but I want to put one on here. What do I do?
Oh, that's a big problem.
Yeah.
He's in a pickle there.
Yeah.
His problem is that he doesn't have a problem.
Yeah.
Then he has a problem because he says he has a problem. You can't have a problem because he doesn't have a problem.
This is the plot of a movie, isn't it?
No,
This
it's
is
a
like-
song. I got one less problem without you, and he doesn't have us, so he's got one less problem, which leaves him with approximately 0 problems.
This is like
Wow.
Inception, but worse. He's fucked.
I don't think we can help him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't help someone if you can't help yourself.
Yeah. I think. Yeah. He's going to have to kill himself. I don't see any way around it.
Here's one.
Okay.
I suffer from extreme amounts of banter. Help me.
Well, this is definitely for you, Jack. Go.
This is Godfrey.
You
This
reckon?
must be Godfrey. You gotta let it all out. Let all the banter out. Like a sea of something.
Banter.
You know what's
I can
horrible
see it.
about this page is that there are so many serious problems that are.
And we're going to answer none of them.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean,
You've asked me about someone who's got too much banter.
no, but there's a lot of real ones. I feel like there's this weird disconnect between me and my subscribers sometimes, where they just do not get my sarcasm. You know, like the top 5 tweets videos where people are like, "Oh, do Frankie Boyle's tweets." It's like, but they're good and I like him. Like,
it's like they really should have just not asked proper problems.
yeah,
They
because
should have.
I thought that we set the template out right when one of the first problems was I keep getting numbers in my alphabet of spaghetti.
Which is a genuine problem.
Yeah.
That is a problem.
Yeah,
I wonder
millions
what
of
happened.
people are afflicted by it every year.
Kills over 1 Americans every year.
Yeah. On a scale of 1 to 10, how weird are you?
4.
7.
You've answered that about me.
No, I actually think that's a good question.
Being honest.
For a serious discussion, is like, how weird do you think you are? And I bet you it all boils down to how anxious you are, or how nervous you are. Because that's what makes you feel weird, is like, oh, I don't like being in a place where there's loads of people, like, oh, what if I look weird? Like,
I don't get... I'm pretty normal in that kind of respect, other than when I go to a barber's and I get scared that it's going to be a fire.
Yeah.
That's the only nervous thing I've got.
Okay, well that's like already a 4 on the list straight away. So you've got some other stuff.
No, that's it. In front of strangers, I'm fine.
That's
Right.
true.
I shamelessly dance around at work to Iggy Azalea while singing all the lyrics, so put that down how you will.
11.
Yep.
Alright, good stuff. I'm okay with that.
A little more.
I'm gonna go with a 7. A 7 point. A 7.
What about when we first met? Was that weird?
Nah.
It wasn't, was it?
I tell you, like, how comfortable Jack is in public places. Jack Brown, that is. Like, recently enough, we were meeting at Somerset House to go to a gig, and I was in a pub with a couple of my friends, and Jack turns up, walks in, gets a drink, downs it, slams the glass on the table and goes, "Oh, fuck me!" Like, really angry about everything. He's like, "I need another drink." Goes straight back up to the bar, walks down again, like, starts slamming things everywhere, and that was, you know, that's how comfortable he is in public. So
Yeah.
So why is it that you are scared of hairdressers again?
I think there's going to be a fire.
But then surely
And
that would be a logical thing every time you enter a building.
no,
it's
but
less the fire.
Jack, you
it's
explain
more,
this so badly every time.
it's less the fire. It's more running out with half a haircut.
That's the
Oh.
thing. You have to say that. You can't just be like,
You have
"I'm
to
scared
state
going
the
to
half
barbers
haircut
because
thing.
of fire." You should be afraid of fire. You should be afraid of going anywhere in case that there is a fire there. Well, you should like. You have to be like, yeah, it's. I don't want to walk out with half a haircut.
But my
That's
first
your
thought,
punchline.
was someone mentioned fire in a barber's. Did the people have to go out of hair for half a haircut? I'm not worried if people died. I'm worried about people's haircuts.
Yeah.
And that
It's
was-
like when you die, it's like the old thing of people check your phone and see what the last thing you Googled was, and it's like something terrible.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't be having people using my phone just for the autofill.
No
From the
one
search bar.
uses my phone.
Yeah.
No one touches my phone.
Alright, Jack, that was a bit serious there.
Okay then.
What have you
Touch
done?
my phone and you will die.
People have died.
in the
A
world.
woman
Oh
is
yeah,
yeah,
dead.
people have died. Yeah.
Some of them today.
Now, just when we're talking,
Yeah.
Right this second.
Do you
It's
reckon?
time to let this podcast die.
it died a long time
They
ago.
died a long. Yeah, we've been beating a dead horse for a long time.
This has been literally the worst episode. I mean, like, honestly, right, I never like these when I'm finished
You
recording.
never like them.
Like, I always feel this weird. I think it's because it's me, it's on my channel and all. I always feel like, that was...
You're responsible.
But I'm always consistently surprised by the comments, but I think this one, like...
People are just gonna be like, "What the fuck happened with you lot?"
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
there
but
is
this
no
has been
excuse for it.
more like
People
a
still like it. People
rambling
always like it.
nonsense rather than, you know.
We had to, like, put this together last minute and everything, and...
What
We
I
didn't
had-
have to,
No.
but we decided to.
Yeah.
What people need to know is this is us when we're not recording.
Yeah.
It is, isn't it?
Well, no, I'd say when we're not recording, there's more racism.
Yeah.
There's a little bit in there,
I would just
be
like
fair.
to retract that for all of us. That is not true.
I just
know
like
that's
trying to
true.
get us all in trouble.
This is more of a natural kind of thing, like chilled out kind of thing.
Yeah. I just...
Yeah, I
think,
got my
like,
feet up right now.
I feel really guilty about every episode where we don't have a set topic and we don't put research into it, because I just feel like it feels lazy to me, even when it's not, because I know what people like is the spontaneity, and I get that, but I just feel some sort of, like, I don't know, I feel really, like, loose every time we go into it without a plan, and it just makes me feel all, like, weird, and, like, people won't like it, like...
I don't think this podcast has been as bad as you think.
Yeah, probably not. I always think that they're bad, but...
You always do. Like, the best one we had, you thought it was bad.
Yeah, I did.
That was the first time we was all together, and that is definitely the best podcast we've had, I think. Well, since me and Luce have been on it, I don't know about before that.
Yeah, what a big
Before that, it was phenomenal every episode.
Yeah. Before that,
I would have several tabs open at once. It was something special.
That is a good question. What do people think since it changed? Because people
Since it became an erotic four-way rather than...
Yeah.
Instead of an intimate twosome.
Yeah. From regular sex to erotic foursome.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. What a perfect time to end it.
What time to be alive.
You should end it immediately after I say erotic foursome. Just fade to black. It's all over.
Should we try and hashtag break the internet with this podcast?
Yeah. If anything's gonna break the internet, it's definitely my hour-long video podcast that gets viewed by
I think you mean
2,500
hour.
Sorry, I mean hour. The midnight hour.
Thank you.
Midnight hour.
Hour.
The midnight hour because it's a group effort.
Who says hour? Who says hour?
Hour.
I say hour. Not for hour.
You're wrong, aren't you?
Not for hour, like 1 hour, but as in hour. As in hour, midnight hour.
Yeah, as in hour.
I'm so confused right
Yeah,
now.
as in this is our podcast.
All I heard
hour.
there was
This
Jack
is an hour
Brown
podcast.
just eviscerating the English language right before my very ears.
I thought he was saying owl,
Yeah, he was.
as in an owl. I don't know what's going on.
I feel like this is that episode from Phone Shop
Yeah.
where she's got an owl tattooed on her back. Yep, I'm glad we're all on the same page with that Channel 4 or that E4 program.
From 10 years
Good
ago.
stuff.
Yeah, speaking
Something
of
like
which, did anyone see episode 7 of Flash Forward 5 years ago? That was some good shit.
Yeah,
I
has anyone
can't
ever
believe
ever seen the film Twin? Dante's Inferno is great. The end.
That's the one with Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah, it is.
Fucking hell. One thing I love in that movie is when he lifts up, he's taken the, like the shore that runs under the city, and he lifts up the thing, and then he gets really hot and pulls his head away.
My favourite bit is in the beginning where the molten rocks come through the ceiling of the 4x4 and kill a man.
Yeah.
In the back of the head. That's the best
I
bit.
reckon they should
The whole film.
do that film, but have the theme tune as Disco Inferno. But someone just dubs over it with Dante's Inferno, burn,
baby, burn.
Dante's
Yeah, that
Inferno.
could work. You could make it happen.
Except it's Dante's Peak, but yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
I think fuck off.
You said Disco Inferno, and I went straight to the G Unit song, Disco Inferno.
I know that one. Yeah, it's a good song.
Disco Inferno, let's go. You're now rocking with a pro. I don't know any
You are not
other,
a rapper.
What?
The only thing I can think of any time anyone says G Unit is that kid that used to upload Modern Warfare videos.
Oh, Shaggy. The
Yes,
Fake Nuke.
I remember him.
Yeah.
Fake Nuke.
Yeah. He was like the greatest person ever.
I loved it. It's like, yeah, they're a spawn trapping clan, so all 6 of them ran onto the C flag in Terminal. That makes sense. That's what a spawn trapping clan does. Alright, lads, let's all get the most useless flag on this map. Let's all 6 of us stand on it.
Fucking hell, I miss that game.
I miss that guy.
That game is the best of all time.
Wasn't he the one who recorded It Wasn't Me as well?
Yeah, he had a multi-talented career.
That Shaggy musician guy had a Greatest Hits album planned a few years ago, and they had to shell it because he didn't have enough Greatest Hits. Because he had 2 songs.
He had one.
Angel.
He had It Wasn't
Two?
Me.
Oh, Angel, Jesus.
Nah, he
You're
had
my
the double
angel.
plastic.
You're my darling angel.
You know, it was
Angel.
only this year, about 6 months ago, and it blew my fucking mind that I figured out that song is a sample of that other song that's like, just call me angel of the morning, angel. Same song, same tune, same word, didn't even fucking
The
know
thing
it.
is, Shaggy doesn't even sing on that song anyway.
Shaggy doesn't sing.
So, nah, sorry, he raps. Sorry.
All Shaggy does is says like, I'm glad
we're not recording this racist opening.
That is what he says.
Shaggy doesn't rap, he just dance.
He's seen as a
I can't believe we're making fun of the artist that is known as Shaggy.
The artist formerly known as Shaggy.
He was the worst detective ever as well.
Oh yeah, terrible.
Yeah, he was.
It was all
Kept bringing his
Scooby.
dog around.
Should we start?
What kind of detective
I
brings
thought
a
we
dog
had.
to a
I thought
crime
we had
scene?
started. I thought this gentle
What kind of
prodding
detective
racist
uses
was
a
the
van?
start of the podcast.
No, unfortunately not. We have no topic, but I have two things written down. Star Wars trailer and Jurassic World trailer, so let's try and get an hour of mileage out of that one.
I was hoping it was going to be Shaggy in haircuts. You've wasted it already.
There is no podcast this week, but here's the intro. Listen to that.